we finally reached the near the end of this year, so let's go ahead and start off with some end of the year lists. First one I'm doing is ranking all 8 theatrically released comic book films of 2022. I know there have been way more than 8 comic book movies this year because there's been a few animated DC films, but I have not seen those as much as I want to. And also, we all know that The Boys, Peacemaker, and Season 3 of Harley Quinn were all better than every comic book property this year, but they were not theatrically released. So let's go ahead and start off this list at number 8, the worst comic book movie of the year. And this is a landslide. Morbius. I honestly forgot that this movie came out this year because of how just absolutely terrible it was. I feel like Jared Leto should stay away from comic book movies at this point because he is 2 failures in now, after Suicide Squad and now this. I don't technically count Justice League because he was only in it for like 2 minutes, but either way, yeah, Morbius, absolute worst of the comic book films this year. Number 7, and not really much of a step up in quality, that is going to be Thor: Love and Thunder. I wanted to enjoy this movie. I convinced myself that I enjoyed this movie when I first saw it. And just over time and rewatching it along with the rest of the MCU, it just reminds me how absolutely terrible it is. It's not good whatsoever. I love the character of Jane Foster in the comics, and I really wanted to see Mighty Thor portrayed properly, and she does a good job, but I just feel like it could have been done better. The humor in this movie does not work whatsoever. They turn Zeus into an idiot, which Zeus is not a smart person in Greek mythology, but I did not like the portrayal of Zeus. Christian Bale is a much better actor. He deserved a much better movie than this. But yeah, I did not like Thor: Love and Thunder upon rewatching. Number 6, very slight leap in quality. That's going to be Samaritan, the Sylvester Stallone film. This movie had a whole bunch of shit going on. This was supposed to release 2 years ago. Actually, I think it was actually pitched back in the 90s. I don't remember the whole story about it. Some people on here have the whole story, but there is a comic that it is based off of. It's a very lesser known comic, but it's still a comic book movie technically. But Sylvester Stallone did a good job in this movie. I just feel like the story was lacking, and just about every other character aside from Stallone, they were just kind of forgettable, so it's here at number 6. Number 5, and an even bigger leap in quality, is DC League of Super Pets. I actually really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was cute. Some of the character designs were a little odd in my opinion, but it was still a cute movie. It had a lot of fun, heart, and humor to it. Dwayne Johnson is Crypto. This is his better comic book portrayal of this year, which we'll see another one a little further up on this list. But I did really enjoy Super Pets. It was cute. It was fun. If you have kids, I highly recommend watching it with them. At number 4, about the same quality. I was a little disappointed in this movie, but I still enjoyed it for what it was. And that movie is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I have fun with this movie. Sam Raimi is my favorite director of all time. A lot of people have said that this felt like classic Sam Raimi. I can see it, but I don't fully agree because it still feels like a very formulaic MCU sequel. But it was still enjoyable. I really enjoyed the story. Sinister Strange deserved way better, but I can still watch this movie and not complain about it too much because I just have fun with it, unlike Thor: Love and Thunder. Coming into the top 3, and this one is shocking with how high it is, but I really have fun with it, and that is Black Adam. I can get all the complaints people have with this movie. I just have a lot of fun with it. I just think it's a really fun movie. Dwayne Johnson is good as Black Adam. Though he could have been a little better. He was pretty much just Dwayne Johnson in the movie, but he was still really good. This was his passion project. The real show stealers here, Aldous Hodge as Hawkman and Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate. I have reviewed this movie on my channel, so if you want my full in-depth review of it, go check that out. But I still really enjoyed this movie. It was a lot of fun, so it's here at number 3. Number 2, the runner-up, I was very heavily debating on giving this movie a 10 out of 10, but there was just one thing that really dragged it down, and that is Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Absolutely amazing, beautiful, emotional movie. A touching tribute to Chadwick Boseman and the character of T'Challa. I get the frustrations with the recast T'Challa movement, but I just feel like this movie naturally continued the story within Wakanda and within the mythos of the Black Panther character. And I reviewed this movie last night. If you want my full in-depth review, like I said with Black Adam, go check that out. But I really enjoyed Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, so it's right here at number 2. But number 1, and this movie has been the best comic book movie of the year pretty much ever since it came out, and that is The Batman. I loved this movie. It's everything I've ever wanted in a Batman movie in one 3-hour cinematic epic. I love this movie. Robert Pattinson is absolutely amazing as Batman. Probably my favorite on-screen portrayal of Batman in live action. Paul Dano as the Riddler, absolutely terrific. Colin Farrell steals the show as Penguin, and obviously you got a whole bunch of other cast members. Jeffrey Wright, Zoe Kravitz, John Turturro, just all around amazing cast. Everybody does a terrific job. Love this movie. Again, if you want my full in-depth review, I've got it a little bit further down on my channel. Go check it out. But either way, it's absolutely amazing, so it comes in at number 1. So that was my ranking on all 8 comic book movies that came out this year. Which one's your favorite? Which one's your least favorite? I'd love to hear from you. As always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.